Hello, I'm Bill ROBY, the Executive Director of the El Dorado Community Foundation. Today we're at the Madrona Vineyard up in Camino. Oftentimes the work of the foundation is done by people you may not know or ever have an opportunity to meet. So today I brought the staff together so you would have an opportunity to meet each of them. So let's start with AVIS. Go ahead, AVIS.
I'm the newest one here at the foundation, but I've grown up in a family of givers. I grew up in the Midwest, and my family didn't have a lot of money, but my grandmother definitely raised me to be a giver, give my time. And so whenever I moved out here to California and I started raising my family, I started, of course, where most moms do in the schools, getting involved, and then slowly found organizations here in our community that tugged at my heartstrings and got involved with Ag in the Classroom, the Women's Fund, and so much more. And it's all led me to the path here at the foundation to help our organizations here in our community be more effective and efficient, which in the end supports the community, which I think is really important. And I'm excited to be here and join this group.
So I did court Avis for a number of months. It really was a courtship, a series of conversations that involved her entire family to make the decision to join the foundation staff. And then there is SAKINA MADRASWALA. SAKINA and I have a bit of an unusual beginning with each other. I hired SAKINA over the phone. She is the individual that has been with me the longest now and is the financial operations manager for the foundation. And SAKINA, tell us where you're from.
I'm originally from India. I was born and raised there. I came to America about 14 years ago, and I got married here. And it's been 14 years in this country. I've been in Folsom, local around here in California. And when I actually called Bill ROBY, it was really interesting to see what the foundation not only does, but how every grant that we give out and every amount that we give out has a story behind it. And that's what pulled me to the foundation. And it's not just money or it's not just numbers to me. There's a story or a face behind each grant that goes out from the foundation that really pulls my heartstrings.
You're certainly a big part of that, SAKINA.
Thank you.
Next is Lois Roberts. Lois and I sat down at an interview in the office on Main Street. It seems like yesterday, but it was a couple of years ago.
It was exactly about 3 years ago, actually, this fall. And I came to the area as a new widow to be close to my daughter and her family. My daughter had a nonprofit in Folsom, and she heard that the foundation was looking for somebody, and I truly believe that she was tired of me going through trying to clean her cupboards to stay busy. And she said, she saw the email and she said, "Mom, do you think you might like to do this?" And she knew that my heart always has been on charity as well. And it was a match that gave me a purpose. And since I love talking to people, it's just perfect for me. I enjoy so much learning our donors and hearing about their passion and being inspired by their kindness.
I remember when I met Susie, she said she wanted you to be something besides the upstairs maid. So,
I do appreciate that.
She wanted you to aim higher. The next individual is Chris RINGNES. And Chris, again, comes to the foundation. You've been with us for 3 years?
A little over 2 years now,
Over
yeah.
2 years. And Chris is the executive administrative assistant who, without, I would be totally lost. Chris manages my calendar and keeps me on task. And Chris is a native of El Dorado County.
That's right. Born and raised in El Dorado County. I spent a couple of years abroad, but yeah, for the most part, I've lived in El Dorado County my entire life, and everybody's talked about their background in philanthropy and their background in giving and finding a purpose. And for me, philanthropy and nonprofit work is something I never saw in my future. I had no idea that I was going to come to something like that. And I did, and it kind of found me and has really given me a purpose, and it's the best job I've ever had. I enjoy it immensely.
I would be lost without you guiding me every single day. Next is Kathy Haven. And when I started with the foundation 13 years ago, I came on as the program officer, which is a position that Kathy has today with the El Dorado Community Foundation. And when I first started, I kept hearing the same name over and over and over again. In South Lake Tahoe, it was Kathy Haven. And eventually we were able to meet.
Yeah, we did meet, and we met on the other end of things for me. I am the Tahoe contingent of this little group. And in my former life, I was a teacher, and then I had 3 children who now are teenagers, and I feel like it's come full circle for me because we met when I was writing grants for a bunch of different nonprofits. Avis and I feel like we're like 2 peas in a pod. Everything she says, I'm like, oh, that's me. Oh, that's me. Now it's been amazing this last 6 months to be on the other end of that, to be able to work with people who are all about nonprofits and giving and being on the returning end, being the grantor, part of the foundation that's the grantor versus the other end of it. And I think it's made it a better job for me because I have the experience on the other end. And I just love the opportunity to work with all of you in these crazy times, and hopefully it's, making a big difference for everybody in El Dorado County, both on the western and eastern slope.
The staff of the foundation meets 3 times a week, currently since we're in the pandemic. And what is the most interesting aspect of this group of individuals is I have a tendency to hire all type A personalities. So everybody here is a leader. And it is such a pleasure to work with this group, to have an opportunity for you to get to know a little bit about who they are, and for us to wish you a happy holiday season.
Peace and joy to each and every one of you. Thank you for all of your contributions.
Thank you, and wishing you and yours a happy holiday season.
Thank you for your generosity this year, and we wish you a warm and healthy holiday.
Thank you, and wishing everybody a happy holidays.
Thank you all for being a part of our wonderful community, and have a happy and safe holiday season.
On behalf of myself, Dolly, and Lily, we'd like to wish you a very happy holiday.